the Eden planet, an unspoiled world of natural beauty with miles of green grass and blue skies, which crew members from the Destiny were able to visit for several weeks, that may point to the most powerful beings in the known universe. Several months into their accidental mission on board Destiny, the reluctant crew of the ancient deep space vessel were relieved to find a planet rich with trees, water, and sunlight. Nicknamed Eden by those who visited, it seemed like an idyllic paradise, coming not a moment too soon for the men and women who had been living in the cramped, dark quarters of the Destiny. With the ship on autopilot, normally Destiny dropped out of FTL travel only long enough for a team to visit a planet and collect vital resources. A few hours, or perhaps a day or more. But in this case, Destiny remained within the vicinity of Eden for a full month. This is because the ship's propulsion was disrupted by the existence of the planet and the G2-type star that it orbits. Lieutenant Matthew Scott took a team to visit the planet by shuttle, since it has no Stargate. There, they breathed deep of the fresh air, cool water, abundant fruit, and other natural resources, and many of them decided that they wished to stay on the planet permanently. When their month was up, Colonel Everett Young ordered the military personnel to return to the ship. But Dr. Robert Kane and a handful of civilians remained behind to build a new life under the Eden sky. In choosing this path, however, Kane and the others knew full well that they could one day be paid a visit by an unknown and highly advanced alien species. On the surface of the planet stood a massive obelisk, clearly made by an intelligence, with alien writing on the side. The obelisk sits within what looks like the caldera of an extinct volcano, and rises more than 2,000 feet into the sky. The team detected a faint electromagnetic field around the obelisk, which eventually came to life and sent a beam of light into the night sky. Perhaps a signal to the aliens who built it, perhaps an alert that trespassers were on the planet. Kane determined to take the risk of staying, not only because he did not wish to live out the rest of his life walking the dark corridors of Destiny, but because he had an almost religious faith in the aliens and their benevolence. Perhaps they would even return and take them home to Earth. Just how powerful is this species? They not only left the obelisk behind, but appear to have created Eden itself, along with its star. Destiny had been pulled off course because the ancient seed ships, which are traveling ahead of Destiny and sending telemetry back to it, didn't know the planet was there. The star and the planet seem to have sprung into being after the seed ships passed by this sector of space, but before Destiny's arrival. Because planets naturally take many millions of years to form, cool from a volcanic period, and reach a point where they can sustain life, the ship's crew concluded that a super-intelligent race must be responsible for its existence. The star and the planet were either created almost miraculously, or they were moved to this location from somewhere else in the universe. Destiny left Eden behind with its new colonists, and they were happy and successful for some months. But when the winter came, Kane and the others were without shelter and supplies to help them survive the bitter cold. Although they all seemed to have died of exposure or accident, the alien intelligence brought them back to life and restored Destiny's broken-down shuttle to mint condition. Kane and several other colonists were miraculously sent back to Destiny. There, they gradually recalled and relived their own deaths. They had not been reborn, but only reanimated. In Dr. Kane's words, not by God, but by beings who can rebuild a man's body, but not his soul. Despite the aliens' incredible abilities, they could not, or did not understand how to, restore all the complexity of a human life. For more people, places, and things from the Stargate Universe, visit StargateOmnipedia.com. If you want to support Gateworld on YouTube, like this video and leave a comment. Check out this playlist for more videos from the Stargate Omnipedia.